Good morning, all of you. I hope you all are fine. Today I'm going to explain the chapter 3 Katie Walks Again. Here, Katie is a girl who is 12 years old. She met with an accident, and after accident she was not able to stand by her own foot. She was on wheelchair. One day, Clover and Elsie were busy downstairs and were startled by the sound of Katie's bell ringing in a sudden and agitated manner. One day, Clover and Elsie, who were Clover and Elsie? They were the sisters of Katie. Clover and Elsie were the sisters of Katie. One day, Clover and Elsie were downstairs, and suddenly they heard the bell that was ringing from Katie's room. Katie rang the bell suddenly and in a very confused manner. Both Clover and Elsie went upstairs to see Katie what she wanted. Katie sat in her chair. When they went upstairs, Katie was sitting on her chair. She was flushed and excited. What is the meaning of flushed? Red face. When you are very happy, your face becomes red. So she was very happy. Her face was red and she was very excited. Oh, girls, she explained. What do you think? I stood up. Then, after seeing Clover and Elsie, Katie said, Oh, girls, she explained. She expressed her feelings. What do you think? I stood up. Today I stood up on my foot by my own. What? Cried Clover and Elsie. Clover and Elsie also got surprised. What? I really did. I stood up on my foot by myself. Then Katie said, Really? Today I stood up on my foot by myself. The others were too astonished to speak, so Katie went explaining. Clover and Elsie were also astonished, means they were surprised when Katie was explaining everything that she stood up on her foot by herself. It was all at once, you see. Suddenly I had the feeling that if I tried, I could, and almost before I thought, I did try, and there I was up and out of the chair. It happened suddenly. At once it happened. You see, I had a feeling. Suddenly I had a feeling that I should try to stand up. And I tried and I stood up. I don't know how. Only I kept hold of the arm all the time. Only just I kept the hold of the arm, means arm of the wheelchair. I don't know how I got back. I was so frightened. I don't know how it happened. I was so frightened. I was so afraid. Oh, girl, saying this, Katie buried her face in her hand. She covered her face with her hands. When she was very happy, she buried means covered. She covered her face with her hands. She was very, very happy. Do you think I shall ever be able to do it again? She asked, looking up with her wet eyes. Then Katie asked her sisters that, do you think I shall again be able to stand up on my own foot? Her eyes filled with tears, means she had wet eyes, means her eyes filled with tears when she was saying that, do you think I shall be able to stand up on my foot? Then, why, of course you will, said Clover. Then Clover said, why? Of course you will stand on your foot again. Elsie danced about. Elsie started dancing, crying out anxiously, be careful, do be careful. Elsie started dancing, but she was worried as well. She said, be careful, you have to be careful, Katie. Katie tried, but the spring was gone. Again, Katie tried to stand up, but this time spring was gone. Spring means happiness, but now her happiness was gone. She couldn't move out of the chair. Now she was not able to stand up from her chair. She got very sad. She began to wonder if she dreamed the whole thing. Now she started to wonder that it looks like that I have seen a dream. This is not a real thing. But the next day, when Clover happened to be in the room, she heard a sudden exclamation. But in the next day, when Clover was in the room, she heard a sudden exclamation. Turning around, when she turned her face, she saw Katy standing on her feet. Then Clover saw that Katy was standing on her feet. Papa, Papa, shrieked Clover. Clover cried out. She said, Papa, Papa, rushing downstairs. She rushed downstairs to say this wording to Papa that Katy is standing on her feet. Dory, John, Elsie, come. Then Clover called to all her brothers and sisters. Dory, John, Elsie, come and see. Come upstairs, just see. Papa was out, but on that day Papa was out. But all the rest crowded up at once. But all brothers and sisters went to Katy's room. This time Katy found no trouble in doing it again. But when on the previous day when Katy was trying to stand up again, she was not able to stand. Her happiness had gone. But now when she tried again next day, she had no trouble to stand up again. It seemed as if her will had been asleep, and now that it had woken up. Now it looks like that Katy's willpower had been asleep now, and her willpower had been woken up. The limbs recognized its orders and obeyed them. Now her legs recognized orders, and now she was able to stand up on her feet. When Papa came in, he was as excited as any of the children. When Papa got this news, when he came at home and he got the news, he was as excited as any of the children. Means he was also excited like a child, like a children. He walked round and round the chair. Papa started walking round and round the chair, questioning Katy. Papa started asking questions from Katy, how it happened, and making her stand up and sit down. He was making her stand and sit. Am I really going to get well? Then Katy asked her father that, really, father? I'm really going to get well. I'm going to get well soon? She asked almost in a whisper. She whispered and she asked this wording from her father. Yes, my love, I think you are, replied Dr. Kyo. Then Papa said, yes, my love, you can do this. None of the children had ever before seen Papa behave so like this. And the rest of the children have never seen Papa behave like a child. Now Papa was behaving like a child. But pretty soon, noticing Katy's burning cheeks and excited eyes. Then after some time, Papa noticed the burning cheeks, means red cheeks. When you are very happy, your cheeks become red. Burning cheeks means red cheeks with happiness. Papa noticed the red cheeks and excited eyes of his daughter. He calmed himself. Then after that, her father calmed himself, sent all the children away. Then his father sent all the children away and sat down to soothe and quiet her. Then he sat down with his daughter Katy and calmed her with gentle words. I think it is coming, my darling. I think it's a time that now you can walk, he said, but it will take time. But in proper walking, it will take time, and you must have a great deal of patience. And during this period, you need a lot of patience, because you will take a time to recover completely. "Oh, Papa," said Katy, "it's no matter if it takes a year, if only I get well at last." Then Katy said, "Papa, it doesn't matter me that it takes me a year to walk properly. At last, I am happy that at last I will be well." By the end of August, she had grown so strong that she began to walk about going downstairs. By the end of the August, she was so strong that she had been grown so strong that she started to talk about going downstairs. Means she said to her father that I want to go downstairs, because now she was upstairs for last 4 years in her room. Now when she started standing up and walking, now she started to talk to her father that I want to go downstairs. But Papa said, "Wait, it will tire you much more than walking about on a level." But Papa said, "Beta, you have to wait, because you will get tired. You are not up to the level that you can go downstairs. It will take a little bit time. You had better put it off a little while. Please put it off for some time till you are quite sure of your feet." "I think so too," said Clover. "And besides, I want to have the house all put in order and made nice before your sharp eyes see it." Then Clover said that I will make the house very neat and clean. I will make the things in order. I will keep everything in order. So when you will come downstairs, your sharp eyes can see everything. Oh, I will tell you, such a beautiful idea has come into my head. You shall fix a day to come down, Katy." Then her father said that I have an idea. We will fix a day when you will come downstairs, and we will be all ready for you. We all will be ready for you. We will have a celebration among ourselves. We will do celebration on that day when will you come downstairs. Means we will fix a day when you will come downstairs. There will be celebration. How lovely it would be. How soon may she, Papa? Then Clover asked, "When, Papa?" "Well, in 10 days, I should say. It might be safe." Then Papa said, "Within 10 days, she will be able to come downstairs. 10 days, that will bring it to the 7th of September. Then Katy said, 10 days, that will bring the date 7th September. Katy said to her father, "If I may, I will come downstairs the first time on the 8th. She said that I will come downstairs on 8th of September. Why she said that she will come downstairs on 8th of September? It was Mama's birthday, On that day, there is a birthday of Mama. So she said it in a lower voice. So it was settled that she will come downstairs on 8th of September. When she will come downstairs on 8th of September. Clover seemed to be very busy all the rest of that week. So Clover was very busy at home. She was doing all the preparations for the Katy. She was having window wash. She starting washing the windows. She said, but this explanation hardly accounted for her long absence. She said that when she will come downstairs on 8th of September, she will see all things in new manner. Not to mention certain sounds of hammering and saying which came from downstairs. She said that there will be no any sound of hammering or sewing. Means rest of the brothers and sisters will make no any sound. There will be totally calm, which came from downstairs. The other children had evidently been warned to say nothing. Other children were warned they will say nothing. There must be calming atmosphere when she will come downstairs. At last, it was a day of important occasion. At last, that day had come when she was going to come downstairs. She was about to come downstairs. Important occasion day had been come. Katy said Clover, Papa is coming. Katy said Clover. Clover said to the kitty, Papa is coming up in a few minutes to take you down. Clover said to the kitty that Papa is coming upstairs to take you downstairs. And now Papa appeared. Now Papa has come. Very slowly they all went downstairs. They means all children, Katy, and their father came downstairs very slowly. Oh, the front door is open, said Katy in a delighted tone. Delighted tone means in a happy tone, she said, Oh, front door is open. How nice. And what a pretty tablecloth that's new since I was here. Then she saw first thing when she came downstairs, she saw a tablecloth. She said, How beautiful the tablecloth is. That's new. Don't stop to look at that, cried Phil, who seemed in a great hurry about something. It's not new. Then Phil said, Dear sister, it's not new. It's an old one. You have already seen this, but we have made it neat and clean. It's been there ever and ever so long. This tablecloth is here for a long time. Now come into the parlor instead. Parlor means sitting room. Here the meaning of parlor is sitting room. Then they said, Come into the sitting room. Yes, said Papa. Dinner is not quite ready yet. You will have time to rest a little after you walk downstairs. Then Papa said, Dinner is not ready yet. So just take rest for some time because you have been tired, because you have come downstairs after a long time. Then Papa asked Katy, Are you tired? Not a bit, replied Katy. Katy said, No, I could do it alone. I can go in my room, in the sitting room alone, I think. Oh, the bookcase door has been mended. Then next thing when she saw that bookcase, she said that bookcase door has been mended. The door of my bookcase, where the bookcase means where the books are kept, that has been mended, means that has been improved now. How nice it looks. Now it looks very nice. What it looks nice? Bookcase. Don't wait, repeated Phil in an agony of impatience. Now Phil said that don't wait, come inside the room. So they moved on. They came inside the room. Papa opened the parlor door. Papa opened the door of the sitting room. Katy took one step into the room. Katy took only one step into the room. Then she stopped. The color flashed over her face and held the doorknob. Then when her father opened the door, then color flashed on her face and she took the help of the doorknob, means handle of the door, to take a spot. What is it that she saw? Not merely the room itself, it's fresh. It was not only a room, there was a fresh curtains in that room, there was vases of flowers. When she entered the room, she took the help of the doorknob, means handle of the door, to spot herself. Then when she entered, she saw it was not only a room, there were fresh curtains, there were vases of flowers, beautiful windows were there, means everything was looking very beautiful. Windows, curtains, flowers, everything was looking very nice. The sofa was pulled out. Now there was a time of surprise, one surprise. The sofa was pulled out. Then the sofa was pulled out and there was her cousin Helen. It was a big surprise for Katy because Katy did not know that cousin Helen is here to meet her. She was very surprised. She was very delighted to see cousin Helen here. It was a surprise for the Katy. Her bright eyes were turned towards the door when she saw Katy. When Helen saw Katy, she was very happy. She held Katy in her arms. Clover admitted afterwards that she never was so frightened in her life as this moment, Katy forgetting her weakness. Now, this was the time when she saw her cousin Helen. She forgot everything. She forgot her weakness. Who? Katy. She forgot her illness. She forgot that she had been ill for last 4 years. She was on wheelchair for last 4 years. She forgot everything, let go of Papa's arm and absolutely ran towards the sofa. Oh, cousin Helen! Dear, dear cousin Helen, she cried. After seeing her cousin Helen, then Katy said, Katy was very happy. She said, oh, my dear cousin Helen. She cried. She was very happy. Then she fell down by the sofa somehow. The two pairs of arms, both Katy and Helen, hugged each other. Two faces met, and for a moment or two, not a word more was heard from anybody. No one said anything at that time when there was when Helen and Katy met to each other. They hugged each other, they kissed each other, they were very happy to see each other. A perfect hub of questions and exclamations began. Then lots of questions were asked by the Helen from Katy. Cousin Helen's going to stay 3 weeks this time. Now cousin Helen is going to stay in Katy's room or Katy's house for 3 weeks. No, indeed. How could I suspect anything so perfectly delightful? Then Clover asked Helen, did you suspect anything that what we are doing? She said, I didn't know anything, but you all have planned very thing. I am very happy you all have done this for your sister Katy. Katy gave cousin Helen a rapturous kiss. Rapturous kiss means joyous kiss, happy kiss. Then Katy kissed her cousin Helen. Such a short day as that seemed. There was so much to see, to ask, to talk over that the hours flew and evening dropped upon. It was looking like that the day was very short because there were so many questions, there were so many talks to each other. So they didn't know that it had been evening now. Cousin Helen was perhaps the happiest of the party. She was very happy because Katy's sisters and brothers have organized a party on that day, and cousin Helen was very happy. Besides the pleasure of knowing Katy to be the almost well again, she had the additional enjoyment of seeing for herself how many changes for the better had been taken place during the 4 hours. Among the little cousins she loved so much, she was not only happy that Katy had been improved again, Katy had been walked again. She was also happy that how many changes her cousins have made for Katy. How much has been changed for the Katy in these years. Dear Katy, she said a day or two after her arrival. After the arrival of her 2 days, she said to the Katy, this visit is a great pleasure to me. Helen said, her cousin Helen said that this meeting is a really nice to me. It is such a contrast to the last I made. When I came here last time, it is the opposite of that day. When you were so sick and everybody was sad. When I came here last time, it was very bad moment because you were sick at that time, you were on wheelchair at that time, and everybody in the family was so sad. Do you remember? Indeed I do, and how good you were and how you helped me. I shall never forget that. Then Katy said, yes, I remember everything when you came last time and I was on wheelchair and everybody in my family was very sad, but you all have helped me. I can never forget this. I am glad, but what I could do was very little. Then cousin Helen said, I am very happy for you, I am very glad for you, but I have done very little for you. You have been learning by yourself all this time. Whatever you have done, now you are able to stand on your feet and now you are able to walk again. This is all because of you, because You never said that I cannot walk. You had the courage, that you had the patience that one day definitely I will walk. I will stand on my feet. And Katy, darling, I want to tell you how pleased I am to see how bravely you have worked your way up. Then Helen said that, Katy, I want to tell you that how happy I am to see how much work hard you have done to improve your health. What is the meaning of worked your way up? It means worked hard to improve the health. Then Helen said to the Katy that I am very happy to see that how much hard work you have done to improve your health. You have won the place of being so everybody, the heart of the house. You are the heart of the house. You have won the heart of everyone in the family. Oh, cousin Helen, don't, said Katy, her eyes filling with sudden tears. Then Katy said, oh, cousin Helen, don't say these words. Then tears start coming from the eyes of Katy. Means these were the tears of happiness, because now she was able to walk again after 4 years, because she had an accident, and for the last 4 years she was on wheelchair. After 4 years now she has been able to stand on her feet. She is able to walk again. Then tears rolled down in her eyes. These were the tears of happiness. Then she said, I have not been brave. No, I am not brave. You can't think how badly I sometimes have behaved. Then Katy said, you don't know, sometimes when I was sick, I was on wheelchair. Sometimes I have behaved very bad with everyone. It's too delightful to have you praise me. It's very good for me that you are praising me, Helen. But you must not, I don't deserve it. Then Katy said, I don't deserve this. Please don't say this word. Although she said she didn't deserve it, but Katy did. Although she said that I don't deserve this praise, but actually she deserved that praise, because with her courage, with her determination, with her happiness, with her patience, she was able to walk again. Firstly, she was able to stand on her feet for one or few seconds. Then after that she was able to stand in her feet for 1 minute. Then after that 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then it took time to herself to walk properly, but with her courage, with her patience, with her determination that one day I will walk on my feet, I will stand up from this wheelchair and I will walk on my feet. And with her determination, after 4 years she was able to stand on her feet. She was able to walk again, and she was very happy. So what is the moral of this story? The moral of this story is that whatever we are doing in our life, we must have courage, we must have determination. Yes, obstacles will come in our life, problems will come in our life, but we have to face the problems and determine that I can do this. If you will determine and if you have patience, it will not happen overnight. You will have to be patient. If you have determination that I can do this, and you have patience that yes, definitely that day will come, then obviously that day will come when your old dreams will come true. So we learn from this story that we all must have courage, patience and determination, and we should help each other, because of her patience, determination, she was able to walk again. So that's why the name of this chapter is Katy Walks Again. And who is the author? Suzanne Coolidge. Who is the author of this story? Suzanne Coolidge. What is the name of the chapter? Katy Walks Again. Is it clear? Thank you so much.